it's such an honor to speak to you both. This film is so incredibly special, so thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
What I found to be so profound was how much I connected with Grace through Lynn's brilliant lens and Jennifer, your honest and humanizing performance. I not only felt seen by Grace, but was also able to see her without judgment. Jennifer, can you talk about approaching Grace with compassion while still preserving her ferocity?
Yeah, I think it was just like, having empathy for somebody that does feel this way. It was a little complicated for me just because it was the first time I've played a mother since actually being a mother. So normally my instincts like inform me, and I'm not used to like not listening to them. Normally if I have an instinct, I'm like, "Oh, okay, but my instinct would be like, no, don't wake up the baby, or don't I had to
Yeah.
kind of like dissect my parenting instincts from Grace. And I'm also married, and I do think about somebody else's feelings every day. I do have to apologize sometimes. Um, so getting into this, understanding this different mindset of like, well, she's not going to apologize. She doesn't think she has anything to apologize for. Um, it was complex. It was fun. It was definitely fun to play somebody like that.
Absolutely. And I'm not a mother yet, but I deeply related to her. I think that that's what's sort of so brilliant about this film is that I think normally with a character like Grace in a story like this, the audience would be like kind of looking out, and instead we're really in there with her. And it's so brilliant. And this also kind of brings me to the relationship between Grace and her mother-in-law, Pam, who also sees Grace through these empathetic eyes and wants to connect with her, but perhaps due to Pam's own experiences, can't quite get there. I'd love to just know how you both work together to kind of create that beautifully nuanced push and pull that we see throughout the film.
Well, for me, everything was about Grace
Mm.
because she comes in, basically to I feel like she will save our family. She's bringing new life and a child into redoing the house. I've been a giver. Pam's been a caregiver, uh, and then loses her husband to dementia. And so everything has been really bleak, and they've suffered a lot. The family has really suffered a lot. That's probably why you didn't like where you got there and could feel that,
Yeah.
all
The
that
energy was wow.
trauma. But it's so easy to work with her because she was so present and so, she was just in the moment. She was there. Every take was a little different. It was amazing.
It was
And she kissed me. I really,
Oh yeah.
really felt for her when
Oh,
she
yes, at
kissed
the wedding.
me.
Yeah.
And I was so worried about you, and then you spun me around and kissed me, and it made me laugh. It was just so wonderful.
Yeah.
I just wanted her to stay and to be okay.
I mean, working with Sissy she changed so much from what was on the page. I think like in the page and in the book, it's more of a classic kind of mother-in-law, daughter-in-law relationship. But Sissy is so loving and smart, and she just she like looks through you with those icy blue eyes. And I felt like when I was performing with her, like that she could really see me, and it changed my performance. I also feel like when we were there and kind of like working on everything, it really like struck us when we were in the house and I saw that she had been making like 2 meals, because she doesn't know how to cook for one person anymore. And that there are so many similarities actually between a death and a new baby. You know, there's like this death of your old self. There's like a mourning process, even though it's the opposite, and it's so exciting and great. We're both in this really similar place in our lives where we're like, okay, this unthinkable thing just happened. Now what? Who am I in this new stage?
Absolutely. That was beautifully said. And I think there's kind of this unspoken tenderness that transpires between the two of them that they kind of bring out in each other, even in the outbursts, and an understanding that's not said. And I think that's just due to that kind of connection you're both speaking to.
Yeah.
She was very maternal to me. I mean, it was a give and take relationship with us. It was really wonderful.
Gorgeous. I mean, the two of you have just gifted us with so many complicated characters, who we love for their intricacies and not despite them. I mean, Sissy, you're a trailblazer for reclaiming unjust stereotypes of women on screen. And, as the progress of equality behind the camera has kind of sadly slowed, what continues to ignite and excite you both about working on stories like this with filmmakers like Lynn?
It's basically everything. Working with artists of Jennifer's caliber and Lynn's caliber is just unbelievable. I never guessed that it would happen again in my lifetime. Thank you.
Oh,
Seriously.
I mean, the icon has spoken. So I agree with her. I mean, the more female artists are given the chance, the more we'll just benefit from it. We'll just be able to just see more artistic greats. You know, I mean, Lynn has been one of my favorite directors for forever. She's so singular. There's no one else like her.
absolutely. And I do think too, it feels like there's a theme here in a little bit of hope because, I feel like even the ending of the film, it's ambiguous, but there's just like a sliver of hope, I think, in between these two characters, and seeing more filmmakers like Lynn shine and championing them. That's sort of my takeaway from today. And I just really, really, again, this was an honor. And thank you so much for your time and for your beautiful performances and for continuing to just create empathy and to educate through your art. It means the world. So thank you.
Thank you.